I bet. So the movie opens up and we see my dog Finney pitching to Shohei Ohtani Sr. Side note for all my baseball players, the stirrups are extra tough, bro. I swear to God. If you was wearing that shit when you was playing ball, you was him. And low-key, Finney's throwing that shit hard as hell. He got Buddy looking goofy in front of all the biddies. The count's 0-2, and instead of making Shohei chase a ball outside, he throws a fastball low and in, and that bitch goes a million feet. And then, bro, bat flips on his ass for the walk-off dub. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I would be so tired. We gotta run the 30 after that. We cut to Bruce on his bike just enjoying life until a black van pulls up and the screen fades to black. Finney and his sister pull up on this racist picking on the wrong Mexican because my son put the beats on his ass. This little boy Robin is genuinely insane. He's putting this kid in WWE moves. He was dead ass gonna shatter this nigga's neck in front of everybody. He instead drops him and beats the brakes off of him. Shit, if I thought what Batman did was bad, this is like a million times worse. Hey, I bet you he won't be bullying anymore, I'll tell you that. Sometimes the only way to deal with a bully is to bully the bully. We then find out that Finney's getting picked on by the Three Stooges, which I don't understand at all. How are you getting bullied by these three kids? How? It's the holy trinity of minorities, bro. They picking on the white boy. I thought it was the other way around. You're supposed to be bullying them. They're about to get their get back on Vinny for their ancestors being enslaved and shit when Robin walks in and tells them to fuck off. Yeah, my son Robin got aura in this school. He runs shit over here. I don't care if he's 4'7", 110 pounds. He will beat the dog shit out of anybody. I dare you to step to bro. We cut to Finney's sister Gwen getting pressed by the police because she's having dreams about the grabber, and the cops swear up and down Gwen has something to do with it. And I'm gonna just play y'all her response. Is actually funny as shit because she's supposed to be like 7 in this movie.
Yeah, I took him down because obviously I'm the grabber, you dumb fucking fart knockers.
Gwendolyn Blake.
Yeah, Gwen. Yeah, you tell him, kiddo. These stupid ass adults taking away from your education for this bullshit. Fast forward to the next morning and Finney's dad is whooping the piss out of Gwen because of her dreams. And this little girl pulls a Caitlyn Jenner because the absolute massive gorilla nuts she has is insane. Because she uses her oath, threatening to drop Pop's bottle of lick. And you could just see Pop starting to sweat, bro. He's like, nah, bro, no. Hey, chill. Not the lick, anything but the lick. He ends up calling her bluff and she drops that bottle so quick. No hesitation at all. Gwen didn't flinch a muscle. Now her dad whoops the shit out of her because he's a raging alcoholic with mental issues and shit. He's just a horrible dad all around. And this is some of the best acting in the entire movie. And it comes from this little ass girl.
My dreams are just dreams.
She's acting her ass off. We then cut to the homie Robin and he falls victim to the grabber. Nah, not my goat. Come on, man. So word gets around that the school demon is gone now and Finney's bullies get all big and bold now. They're jumping my dog again, you know, routine beating. Got this nigga looking like Peter Parker. Until Gwen comes to make the save and she commits attempted murder, smacking this little boy with a big ass rock. She got that nigga leaking, bro. Yo, if there was one adult within a half-mile radius, she would be in a police car right now. But that's not even the worst part, I ain't gonna lie. Because these badass kids do the Randy Orton special on her with a power slam and a goddamn punt to the face. Nah, y'all bugging the fuck out, bro. Y'all tripping balls. I ain't gonna lie though, she took that shit like a champ. She putting up Billy Hope numbers. Now here's my question. Are there like 0 adults at this school? Like, how is this happening? Let's just say this is the morning time before you go to class and shit. You know, the kids get dropped off or whatever. There's usually security and faculty all around the school at all times. I don't see one adult, bro. Not one adult on this school premises right now. Did they just not give a damn in the 70s? Is that what it is? Fast forward a little bit and Finney's walking home from school. You know, not a single adult in sight when he gets snatched up by the grabber. Just nobody notices, bro. Nobody is on high alert for black balloons and a black van. It's not like the grabber is hard to find. Like, there's no way he's been able to do this shit for this long. There's been a few kids that's been abducted at this point, right? So there has to be like word around town like, yo, watch out for a black van. If you see a black van, don't go up to it. Oh my God, bro. What the fuck? It's making me mad because like, how are people so stupid? So Finney wakes up and sees his new living situation and he knows he's ultra cooked. There's nothing in here except a toilet, a dirty ass mattress, and a black phone that doesn't even work. So after finding out that he's most likely gonna die in the next few days, he just goes to sleep. He goes to take a nap. He then wakes up from that nap when he hears the phone ringing and the grabber just appears out of thin air. Like, what the hell? He then gives Finney a very reassuring message to make him feel better, bro. Like, hey, nothing like a good old welcome message to make you feel better after getting fucking kidnapped.
I will never make you do anything that you won't like.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Nah. No, this nigga is insane. I know what the hell you are, buddy. And to make it even worse, the grabber just watches Finney sleep crazy as hell and says with tears in his eyes, I just wanted to watch you sleep. Oh, nah, bro, you gotta go. You fucking kidnapped my son and he can't even take a nap without being harassed? And God forbid a nigga asks for a meal. That turns into a big ass issue. How about you bring him a Big Mac, you creepy bitch? Finney can't get no goddamn chicken nuggets and french fries before you make him meet the woo? Finney gets a phone call from Bruce and he gives him some valuable information. Turns out the grabber hears when the phone rings, but he doesn't want to believe it. And Bruce also tells Finney to finish digging a hole in the ground he didn't get to finish. You know what I'm saying? The grabber got to him a little too quick. The grabber then decides to finally feed his goddamn prisoner. This poor little boy, he finally decides to feed him. And you want to know what it is? Some hoe ass scrambled eggs. What am I gonna do with this? What am I gonna do? And you gave me some soap, some Sprite, I think? I'm gonna be gassy as hell this entire time because I'm gonna be burping from my mouth and farting from my ass in my prison cell. Thanks a lot, grabber. I appreciate it. This don't even look like a lot of eggs. It's maybe like one egg. What am I, bro? I'm gonna be hungry 15 minutes later. You don't know how to make no goddamn pancakes? So the grabber leaves and forgets to close the door. And Finney sees this as a chance to escape, but the phone rings and it's one of the dead kids telling him it's a trap. It's all part of bro's master plan. Because if Finney goes upstairs, he's gonna be falling into the game called Naughty Boy, where the grabber's just gonna spank the shit out of you until you pass out. What kind of sick, demented bullshit is this? Wait, hold on, bro. Why bro kind of aki? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, his ass been in the gym. Hey, chat, y'all think he natty or what? I don't know. I think he might be taking some steroids or some shit. I don't know. We cut to Gwen and Pops chopping it up, and we find out that Gwen's mom also had dreams, but she ended up leaving the game lobby because those dreams drove her crazy. And the reason Pops is such a drunk hard ass is because he doesn't want that same fate for Gwen. I see what the movie's trying to do here, but like, gang, you're going about it entirely the wrong way. You're an alcoholic who abuses his kids, bro. But hey, it's the 70s. Pretty much everybody was like that. So the cops are going door to door asking about the kids when Buddy right here got his own investigation going on. And I ain't gonna lie, he's low-key cooking. He's got everything mapped out, strategized, and everything. And we then learn he's crashing here at his brother's crib while he's visiting, which sounds very sus if you ask me. Now, the feds were actually considering this information until they found out bro was crushing Smarties. So they leave and we find out that Finney is trapped in the exact same house the cops were just in. Bro, if they opened a few doors, they could have saved my dog, bro. Fuck. The grabber comes to give Finney some dry ass eggs, but he wants to know his name first. And like any rational, smart child in this situation, he lies, but it ends up backfiring. The grabber already knew his name because he saw the newspaper. He just wanted to see if Finney would lie to him. He talking about some, I almost let you go. He's lying like shit right now. I do not believe that. Finney gets a call from Griffin and he tells him now's his chance to break out like Michael Scofield. The only thing is that there's a lock on the door, but Finney finds out the numbers, but he doesn't know the exact combination. If it ain't one thing, it's another with this goddamn movie, bro. So Finney comes upstairs and is within inches of the grabber who's slumped in his chair right now. I'm spitting on the mic and shit. Goddamn, Finney, you making me mad. If it was me, Brandon DTM, I'm pulling a Amy Dunn in this situation. Simple. That's your best chance, honestly. Now, if you're saying Finney's way too weak, you know what I'm saying? There's no way he could be able to kill the grabber like this. All right, cool. Let's just see what Finney does. So Finney finally figures out the combination after being there for what feels like forever. And he unlocks the door loud as hell, waking up the dog who wakes up the grabber. Then Finney does one of the worst possible jobs at running away I've ever seen. Because the grabber gets his keys, turns on his car, drives it into Finney, and ends up catching Finney anyways. How? You had like a 20-second lead, I ain't gonna lie, because he didn't even act right away. He took off his mask, did some dramatic ass pose, grabbed his keys, then got into his car, and I caught you. Why didn't you just go into a neighbor's yard or some shit? Is beyond me, bro. Like, if it's me, I'm banging on every single door, I'm screaming loud as shit. Or if you want to be galaxy brain with a 300 IQ play, you could have pump faked him and hid in like a bush or some shit while he goes searching for you. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Holy shit. W IQ. Because as soon as he gets in that car and drives off, you could bang on somebody's door until they answer. Or if you're just too scared to move, you're petrified by fear, you stay there until the grabber comes back and goes inside and something, you know, chalks it up for the night. And then you go to somebody's crib. Whichever one you pick, it is infinitely better than what Finney ended up doing. In all reality, you should have just slit his throat. You had the perfect chance, but hey, fuck it. It's your life. Do what you want to do, bro. The grabber gets Finney and knocks him out cold, and it's GG's, bro. It's GG's. We then see Gwen, who's pissed at Jesus because she didn't get a dream last night. She then tests his gangster, talking about maybe you're not real after all. Gwen's rage baiting ends up working in the end because she gets a dream that shows her where Finney is being held at. And Finney gets a phone call from Vance Hopper telling him today's the day. Time to grow some balls, Papa, and find a way out of here. Finney digs a hole through a wall into a freezer, but it doesn't end up working. And my son is bawling his eyes out, accepting his fate. He's gonna be front row at a Hulk Hogan versus Chris Benoit title match pretty soon. And the phone rings one last time, and it's Robin. He's teaching this nigga how to box like Floyd Mayweather, got him bobbing and weaving and shit. Gives him a little pep talk, and it's wartime. My son Finney is game planning right now, filling the phone with dirt, setting up some booby traps, and we see Gwen find a house from her dreams, and she notifies the feds. And the grabber's brother finally figures out that his brother is doing all this creepy shit, but it's too little too late because he gets murked by his own brother. The grabber then calls this fucking demon of a dog, this goddamn hellhound, and it's game time, baby. Come on, let's get active, bro. Finney dodges an axe attack and trips the grabber into the hole where he shatters his ankle into pieces. Then Finney dodges and whacks him over and over. Even hits his ass with an uppercut. Got bro stunned. He hearing smells and shit right now. Bro's for sure concussed. Finney ends up getting a little bit too greedy and the grabber catches him. But Finney ends up pulling his mask off and bro loses his mind. He starts bugging the fuck out. He then hits him 3 more times and chokes him out with the phone, then putting it to his ear so all the dead homies could talk they shit. And Finney lands the final blow. Yeah! Yeah! I like that. Yeah. Rest in piss, bozo. So the feds break into the crib and they find out this is where the grabber buries all the kids. And turns out both houses were right across from each other. Wow. I ain't gonna lie, that's WIQ. Like, who would even think that? Like, oh yeah, bro's gonna have his murder house right next to his actual house. So Finney reunites with his sister and his pops, you know what I'm saying? Dad saying sorry for being a shitty dad. And, you know, we get the good ending. But yeah, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. Know how to drop another banger for y'all real quick. You know, shit, we on the road to 300K. I love y'all so much, man. Hey, I don't really like scary movies, but I like this movie a lot. This was a great movie. I like movies like this that aren't super scary, but they got like a little bit of thriller, a little bit of, you know, just a little bit of scariness in it. Y'all telling me to do The Conjuring and shit, bro? Hell no. Y'all got me all the way messed up. I'm not doing that. So stop commenting it. I'm gonna try to get The Purge out for you guys on Halloween night. I'm gonna try so hard. I'm recording this October 22nd right now, so I have 9 days to make 2 videos. I'm gonna try really hard. If it ends up coming out in November, I apologize, but hey, I'm gonna try. But shit, make sure y'all eat some water, drink some food, wash y'all ass, tell someone you love them, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.